Hey gang, Eric Andreas, your guitar sage here, and I'm going to teach you how to play Roxanne by The Police. Okay, watch my hands, and then I'm going to play through basically three parts of the song. I won't play through the entire song, but I'll play all three sections of the song, and then you'll know how to play it. And then if you need more help, I'm going to show you how to do this in more detail. Choopy's joining us today, by the way. She just wants to sit in. So here we go. It goes something like this. Roxanne, I thought I put on the red light. Days are over. You don't have to share about it till the night. That should have been a push. Roxanne, you don't have to wear that dress tonight. Walk the streets for money. You're gonna care if it's wrong or if it's right. This is part two. Roxanne, you don't have to wear that dress tonight. Roxanne, da-da-da-da-da. This is part three. Then we're back into the top again, okay? So there's three parts. There's this power chord part. There's the verse, the intro and verse, and then there's kind of like a little pre-chorus, if you will. So the power chord part's the chorus. Okay, so let's talk about this, bits and pieces here. So the intro verse of this uses some shapes that you might be familiar with already. So it uses a lot of bar chord and some open chord shapes, and so that's how we're going to remember how to do this. Okay, so the first part is if you bar strings 1, 2, and 3. This is based off of a G minor chord, bar chord. It's just those top three strings. So now let's talk about this technique that I'm using here real quick before we get into the chords. This technique is, I guess Choopy's going to go someplace. She's done with the lesson. Hopefully you're not. Oh, another cat outside. Here we go. All right, so this is a G minor chord, but we're doing this pump. It's called what I call a pump or a choke. And so when you hit a chord, after you get done with it, you press it down like a button. You press the strings against the frets, and then you lift your finger up. Except you don't lift your finger up off the strings. We don't want this sound. That's just weird, so don't do that. But what you do want to do is press down, then lift the strings off of the fretboard by just relaxing your finger. But don't let your finger off the string, okay? This technique takes a little while to get used to. So if you want to practice it, just take one chord and just go. See, I'm not muting with my right hand. It's all left hand. Okay? So don't try muting with the right hand for this one. You could do that. I guess you could. Sure you could. But you need to be able to do this as well. If you need more help with muting, here on YouTube you could type in right hand muting, YourGuitarSage. And then I also have a video called left hand muting, YourGuitarSage. And so if you search that way, you'll find both of those videos, and they talk about the specific techniques that you might need for this song. Okay? So the first chord is a G minor. The second chord is a D minor. Okay, just a basic open D minor. If you don't know any of these chords or need help with these chords and theory and stuff, make sure you go to YourGuitarSage.com, links in the URL below, and I have all these open chords and diagrams and stuff for you. Makes life easier. Okay, so G minor, D minor, then we're going to come up here, Whoops. What? Hold on here. Sorry, we got another minor form up here. Okay, so this is going to be another G minor. Based off of our D minor form, but we're just sliding it up to G minor. This is a G, and so we know that this form right here is a G minor. So we're going to play it like that. Okay, for the most part, this intro and verse portion is only played on the top 3 strings, except for the last 2 chords. You'll use 4 strings, and then the B section, the pre-chorus, will also use 4 strings. But for right now, just think 3 strings. We don't have to play this bottom note here. We're just going to play this. So we got G minor, D minor, another G minor way up here. This is an F. We know this is an F because it's the D form, right? Slid up to here, so we got D, D sharp, E, F. Okay, that's how we figure that out. If you don't know the names of the notes on your fretboard, you need to. So you need to get the free ebook, YourGuitarSage.com. Okay, or watch my other videos on it. Okay, so there is a F. That is an E flat or a D sharp. Here's a D. A D sharp or E flat. You can call it either. So, and then we got our last chord or last 2 chords. And these are based off of a B flat and C add 9 chord. It's what we call an add 9. Don't worry about why we call it that, at least for right now, but basically it's a chord that has a 9 in it, the 9th note of the scale. So it looks like this. You're going to bar the 1st fret, strings 1 and 2, and then you're going to use fingers 3 and 4 to play the 3rd fret of strings 3 and 4. Should sound like that. Then you take that exact form and just slide it up a whole step. Easy enough. So let's review that. So we got G minor, D minor, a G minor way up high, an F, a D sharp, a B add 9 or a B flat add 9, a C add 9. Okay, and that's on the push. You're going to push that last note, that last chord, meaning you're going to hit it on the upbeat, not on the downbeat. Everything else in this song is on the downbeat. So 2, 3, 4. And that last one's on a push, it's on an upbeat, okay? So that is the verse, easy enough, right? By the way, we're using some of these bar chord forms, at least for this sort of thing and this sort of thing. If you need help with your bar chords, here on YouTube, type in bar chords, YourGuitarSage, and it will help a ton with your shapes and learning how to do all this, okay? Really important to know your bar chords. Okay, and by the way, all this stuff is learned, okay? You can do this just like I can, or Jimi Hendrix could, or anybody else. It's just a matter of having good instruction and practicing that good instruction over and over again, okay? So let's talk about the B section. You're here already for the C add 9 chord. So now what you're going to do is you can take your second finger, put it down right here on the 4th fret of the 2nd string. Okay, just like that. Here is your add 9. You're just doing that. That's the only difference. So now basically we're turning this into a C minor chord. So you got back to your B flat, add 9, C add 9. C minor, Roxanne, B flat add 9, C add 9. Okay, easy enough. Really, there's 3 chords to remember. B add 9, C add 9, C minor. Okay. So now the chorus is going to go. Maybe you can play it less sloppy than I can. So power chords, these are power chords that I'm playing here. If I didn't mention it already, here on YouTube, Power Chords, YourGuitarSage. That's how you would find out how to play power chords. But basically you're playing the lower part of a full chord. You're playing the 1, 5, 1, for those folks that know theory out there. And so this is a C power chord. Okay, and you're going to mute the 6th string and strings 1, 2 with the first finger there. So the first finger is muting all these guys, 6, 1, and 2. But it's playing string 5, and then strings 4 and 3 are played by fingers 3 and 4. Okay, so just think of that same form for every single one of these chords in the chorus. So it's going to go. Okay. And then you can take that form right there, drop it down 1 string. Since our B string is tuned down a half step in standard pitch, you need to bring that finger up. So that's what a power chord looks like when you bring it up. And you're going to go. So it's the same frets, but a string down. So here's the first one. Bring all this down a string. And I got my first finger bumping into the 5th string there so I can kind of flank away at the strings like a good rock star would. And then you're going to go F to G power chord. And then you see me do this kind of hit on my strings. It's a little mute. It's a little percussive mute and hit, and it may not even really need to be, it's not necessary, it's just something I do. So the second verse, you just hang on to this G minor until he starts singing. Ever since I knew you, I wouldn't talk down to you. I have to tell you just how I feel. I won't share you with another boy. I know my mind is made up, so put away your makeup. I told you once, I won't tell you again. It's a bad way. Sure it is. It's a prostitute, right? Gotta get off the streets, Roxanne. All right, so there you go. That's the basic part of this song. No solo or anything like that in it. So hopefully you liked it, and hopefully you learned something. If you have, hit thumbs up, and go to YourGuitarSage.com, get the free ebook, hit subscribe at my channel page. If you have any questions about this song, please email me, preferably not on YouTube, because I don't check that very often. Hit me up on Twitter and Facebook. The links are below. If you join the email list, I give away all my books for free. Did you know that? Yeah, I sure do. If you join the email list, every time I write a new book, I give it to you for free. Or you can buy them on Amazon. It's your choice. Okay, so that's it. If you are an appreciator of animals like I do, please spay and neuter your animals and practice your guitar. Eric Andreas, your guitar sage. See ya. Roxanne, I thought I put on the red light. There's all